You think somebody could emerge in the next little bit here that could end up being a contender?
There's a deep talent pool of that, Hallie, a very deep talent pool. And I think crowded primaries will be a very good thing. It'll flush out weaknesses, and a leader will emerge. Absolutely.
So name some names. Who do you think could end up as part of leadership if Nancy
you know
Pelosi
the names. You know the names.
I really am asking you. Who do you think?
Yeah, you know the names. They're in the Senate, they're in the House, they're outside of government, they're leading states as governors. But the best thing, I think, for us is to put our best and brightest forward, have a battle of ideas. But this is really, to me, going to be about who's going to make sure paychecks grow, we have a health care guarantee, health care for all, once and for all in this country, and we take money completely out of politics. You
talk about a battle of ideas. Is the phrase civil war overstating what's happening in the Democratic Party right now, or is that fair?
Yeah. No, it's overstating it.
Why?
Well, Joe Crowley, great guy, he lost to Miss Ocasio-Cortez, and what did he do? He went on stage, played a song, dedicated it to her, and then endorsed her. That, to me, shows unity, and that we understand that if we're going to push the big red button that's going to stop the wrecking ball that is the Donald Trump presidency, we have to go into November united.
Have you had a chance, given sort of your position in leadership and your fight for these millennial issues, have you had a chance to reach out to Ocasio-Cortez in the last 24, 48 hours?
I did so, as most millennials do. I followed her and congratulated her on Twitter and hoping we can connect soon. But I'm excited. I'm 37. I'm excited to get more and more younger people in here with us. It's a shot of energy that we need.
Before I let you go, Congressman, I got to get you on some of the key news of the day that's come out, including word of the summit now between President Trump, President Putin. I'm curious whether you think that's a good move and what you want to see the president hit on there.
I don't think it's a good move because the president's incapable of confronting Vladimir Putin on what threatens us most, which is election interference. He just tweeted this morning that Russia said they didn't meddle, so we should just essentially let it go. So what is the point of the meeting? If he's over in that region, he should meet with our friends who he has insulted, from the French to the British and other countries who have always stood by us. I think this is a waste of time, and it's probably for other reasons to play to the president's vanity, not to America's interest.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.